Today I've got a video on how to unload magazines. Got a USGI type mag right here, steel mag, and I've got a polymer P mag right here, windowed. What I'm going to be using to unload magazines is a Mag Lula, StripLula. And I'm going to try to show you methods on unloading these without using this, but first off, let me show you how to properly use this to unload a magazine. My new method is going to be, it should be much faster, but how they suggest you do it is, as you can see, it's a double stack magazine, and the spring has upward pressure towards the top of the feed lips, and that is what's keeping this round in place. If there was no pressure on this round, then it would just fall straight out. So what you want to do is you want to push down on that second round, which releases the pressure off the feed lip, and the top round should just, in theory, fall right out, just like that. So what you want to do is you want to keep rocking back and forth, so you're putting pressure on the second round as the first round pops out. As you can see, round pops out, switch sides, round pops out, switch sides. You just want to keep doing that, rocking back and forth while the rounds continue to fall out. And if you start, what happens is once you get used to it, you can start rocking it real fast back and forth to the point where you can get the mag loaded pretty quickly. As you can see, that last few rounds, I sped it up quite a bit. So, just so you guys know how this device works, I'm going to go ahead and load this magazine back up. And just so you guys know, there is only 29 rounds here because this USGI style magazine barely fits 30. The 30th round is pretty tight in there, so I just like keeping it filled up with 29. I don't like keeping the full 30 in there. Plus, if I had 30 in there, it would actually make it more difficult to show you this next method of unloading. So, I just keep 29 in there. And that should be number 29. As you can see, there is actually room for one more. So that is 29 rounds. This next method, I actually found online on YouTube. There's a guy with a video. I think the name of the video is called Unloading a Magazine in 2 Seconds, or something along those lines. So I just want to give credit there because I'm not the one that came up with this method. He actually uses a butter knife. I don't suggest doing that because what he does is takes the butter knife, puts it on the top round, and presses down. They all just come flying out. The butter knife will actually mar up your rounds. It will scratch up the copper jackets on the actual bullet, so I don't suggest doing that. What I do is let's say the StripLula goes on like so on the back of the magazine. What I would do is I would take it off, flip the magazine over, and then take that tab, which is what you're supposed to use to unload the magazine the traditional way. And you're supposed to press down right about there, right where the shoulder is of the round of the brass casing, and then press down, and once you have it pressed down, then slide it forward towards the top of the magazine, and have it vertically, and have this tab hitting the inside of the front of the mag. And after that, the round should just come flying out, hopefully. I believe that was like a little bit faster. Not 100% sure. As you can see, I had quite a few hang-ups. Usually don't have that many, but what happens is the first time you do it, like 15 rounds or so are just going to come flying out. After that, you kind of have to reset, bring it back in, reset, and if that's not working, just to give it a little rock back left and right, and usually it goes a lot smoother than that. But let me show you with a PMag. It goes a hell of a lot faster, a lot more consistent. Boom. And it's actually usually a lot smoother than that. Let me go ahead and reset back up and show you guys this method one more time, and then we'll go through another couple methods. Alright, got the mags loaded back up. Let's see if we can do that again a little bit smoother, a little bit faster. Once again, take the inside of the loader here, line it up with the inside of the magazine, like so. And then you take the tab, line it up with the shoulder of the brass casing, press down, and then slide it forward. That should get the rounds out effectively fast. And not too bad. Pretty fast. That was the USGI mag, and as you can see, press down, then slide forward. Then once it stops coming out, just kind of start rocking back and forth, and that should ease the rest of them out. Now with the PMag, should be a lot smoother, a lot faster. Hopefully, generally that's been the case, but it's not always the case. So there we go. One quick little hang up there, but still pretty fast way of unloading a 30-round magazine. Keep in mind the best probable way for a lot of people, because that actually does take a lot of practice, this method, but the best possible way is probably to just take off the floor plate. But when you have Ranger mags, it does get a little more difficult. Not so much with the PMag. With the PMag, it's still the same. Press down, slide forward. But I believe with these USGI mags, these Ranger plates were a little more complex to put in. You gotta kind of slide it forward and up while trying to hold the bottom floor plate in. So, so far, with the Ranger plates, this is probably the best and fastest way to unload your magazine, and that is with the Mag Lula StripLula. And I'm going to try to show you how to do it without this device. What I'm going to show you is with this, just a little piece of wood that's just a little over a half inch wide and a little under a quarter of an inch thick. So pretty much it's just big enough to fit right into the front of both magazines. I'm going to show you with this, and then I'm going to try to show you how to do it just with the bottom of a brass casing. So let me get these mags filled back up and we'll get back at it. Alright, all loaded up again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that you can use that butter knife method with, well, pretty much anything as long as it's the right size. You know, similar size to a butter knife, essentially. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to press down and in, and essentially that should... That's the problem. If you do it like that, it's usually a little messy. What's happening is I need to take this and press it down, and as you can see, this thing's a little long because it's a back stretcher, so I'm having troubles getting it down. But as you can see, essentially it still works. Hopefully I didn't lose any rounds on that one. Let's try it with the PMag. Once again, the PMag should work a little bit better. Come out a little sideways so it's not as difficult. And yeah, as you can see, once again with the PMag, a little bit easier, a little bit faster. Although I did kind of figure out I should go sideways instead of downwards with this one, which made this one a little bit easier. But yeah, that's the method with just a wooden dowel. Should work the same as a butter knife or anything similar in size. Alright, one more time. I'm going to load these back up, and I'm going to try to do it with the end of a round, which also works, just not as good. Alright, got the PMag loaded up. USGI mag not loaded up quite yet. Figured I'd just show you guys the capabilities of the loader, loading aspect of the loader as well. Obviously, it's supposed to be used with stripper clips, and as you can see, stripper clip slides right out. Do that 3 times and your mag is loaded, but it also does loose rounds just as well. still pretty fast. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to take... So this actually does have 30 rounds in it this time. PMag's always had 30 rounds in it every time. But this time, this does have 30 rounds in it. So what we're going to do is take the top round out, and we're going to try to use that. And as you can see, this is not as wide as that. Just a little short. And definitely not as wide as the wooden dowel I used. So, the problem is it's double stacked, and when you press down, you want to press down on both sides. As you can see, you can actually get it in to the point where it goes past the tip of one, and you get onto the second one, which isn't going to help. But what you want to do is press down the tip, and once you press down the tip, as you can see, the round wants to pop out. So let's get that one back in there and try to do it with just the 30th round. So what you do is you slide one out, use that to press down, and you got 3 out right there, got another 3 or so out right there, got a good 10 or so out there. Just keep pressing down on the tip. That was a good few right there, and still works. Honestly, not as effectively, but if you have absolutely no tool, that is still definitely an option. So take one round out and then start pressing down on the tip. Wow, that one worked pretty well. And empty magazine. So still pretty effective. Alright, and yeah, I think that pretty much does it for this video. Pretty much got to all the points I needed to get to, I believe. So, yeah. If you guys got any comments, questions, get it down below in the comment section. We'll get to it as soon as possible. And thanks for watching once again. Alright, guys, have a good one.